Do you know how to play chess or Monopoly? Building wealth is like playing one of these games. It's more about strategy. But here's the catch. The wealthiest people in the world aren't following the same rules as everyone else. Why should they anyway? If you had a cheat code to infinite wealth, wouldn't you use it? In this video, we're uncovering the money minting machine that the rich use to build and multiply their fortunes. This strategy goes against everything that you and I have been taught about money. Welcome to Thinks Free, the place where we inspire you to be a future billionaire in your own right. Let's talk about debt. Debt. It's a word that probably makes you uncomfortable, right? You and I have been trained to stay out of it. Parents, teachers, and even financial gurus call it a trap that will ruin your life. And for most people, they're not wrong. Millions of people are drowning in interest payments, struggling to make ends meet, and stuck in a cycle of debt-fueled poverty. But here's the truth. The richest people in the world don't avoid debt. They embrace it. They see it not as a burden, but as a powerful tool to seize opportunities and grow their wealth. When used strategically, debt becomes a pipeline with a continuous flow of money. Now, let's go ahead and break down exactly how they do it and how you can plug yourself into the system as well. So, what is debt? From a basic definition, debt is borrowed money. Right. You take a loan, use the money, and then pay it back with interest. How you use that borrowed money is what makes all the difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt is a term used when you borrow money to fund things that don't grow in value. Things like expensive gadgets, vacations, or designer clothes. These purchases lose value immediately and leave you stuck. Paying for something long after its value is gone. Good debt, on the other hand, is borrowing to invest in something that grows in value, like real estate, education, or a business. When used strategically, good debt is a tool for building long-term wealth. Now that we understand what debt is, let's dive deeper into the 5 strategies the wealthy use to turn debt into a money machine. I'll try and make this unique to your journey. The first one is to leverage real estate. One of the simplest and most effective ways to build wealth using debt is through real estate. The concept is straightforward. Borrow money to buy a property that increases in value and generates rental income. This way, you're building wealth in 2 ways: appreciation and cash flow. Here's a practical example. Imagine you find an affordable apartment in an up-and-coming area. You borrow $20,000 for the down payment and rent it out. The rental income covers your mortgage, taxes, and expenses. Over time, the property appreciates in value while your tenants pay down the mortgage. A few years later, you use the equity you've built to borrow more and buy a duplex. This cycle repeats, allowing you to grow your portfolio without needing massive amounts of your own money. Here is a risk management tip for this. Always buy properties within your budget and in areas with strong rental demand to minimize the risk of over-leveraging. Secondly, you need to be strategic on educational investments. Student loans often get a bad reputation, and for good reason. Borrowing tens of thousands for a degree that doesn't lead to a high-paying career is a financial trap. But when used wisely, education debt can be one of the best investments you'll ever make. For example, let's say you borrow $10,000 to enroll in a computer engineering program. After graduating, you land a job paying $150,000 a year. Within a few years, you've paid off the loan and now have a lucrative recession-proof career. Can you see how this works? You could also go for alternative education, which means investing in non-traditional education, like financial literacy, business-building courses, or personal development. These can also yield life-changing returns. Moving on to the third strategy, which is to use business loans to scale. Do you have a side hustle or small business idea? A business loan can help you level up, provided you have a solid plan. For example, you've been customizing sneakers as a side hustle, but demand has outgrown your capacity. You take out a $5,000 business loan to scale up. Hire a manufacturer, refine your branding, and launch an e-commerce site. Do you see how the loan allows you to transition from a side hustle to a full-scale brand? Number 4, master investment arbitrage. Arbitrage might sound like a very alien word or something you might want to stay away from, right? Not quite. Investment arbitrage involves borrowing money at a low interest rate and investing it for a higher return. This is a favorite strategy of the ultra-wealthy. Don't run away just yet. Let's take an example. Billionaire Michael Saylor borrowed billions at near-zero interest rates to buy Bitcoin. As Bitcoin's value grew, so did his company's net worth. When done right, this strategy can generate massive profits. Here is a warning, though. Only use this strategy if you thoroughly understand the risks. If the investment underperforms, you'll still owe the loan. Just before we get to the fifth strategy, if you have gained any valuable insights from this video, take a moment to like and subscribe so that you don't miss future financial and investment insights. Here's a mind-blowing secret. The ultra-wealthy use debt to avoid taxes, and this is the fifth strategy. Instead of paying themselves a high salary, which is heavily taxed, they borrow money against their assets, like stocks or real estate. Why? Loans aren't considered taxable income. This allows them to fund their lifestyles while paying minimal taxes. For example, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk use their shares as collateral to borrow billions, living tax-free while their net worth continues to grow. Is this something you would consider trying? If you're serious about leveraging your life and building your financial future, you need to start by taking action. Take the first step today, and I'll be seeing you in the next episode.